What's going on, everybody? Anon here, and want to talk about the impact of these reprints slash restocks on the price of the packs, and really talk a little conceptually about perceived value and how that really drives the market. And by the way, do you guys see the first Embryon SIR is? I think it's right now bid to $4,350. Not even PSA 10, just a pre-sale on eBay, which is pretty fascinating. Um, but yeah, that's going to be crazy with the pull rates and where the prices of those are going. But we're gonna spend a little bit of time on perceived value because quite honestly, at this point, the supply and demand doesn't really matter. And the reason I say that is, you look at Temporal when it came out, and the print run was relatively tight, and nobody gave a shit. It was dead money for 6 months, 9 months until Twilight kind of kicked up. Maybe call it probably 6 months. And then Twilight came out, and it was dead money for a month and a half, and then it looked like there was a little bit of a coordinated buyout of the Greninja, the SIR, and all of a sudden it pushed up to 100, 150, 100 or $200, and then it took off, and the rest is history. Um, but the concept of perceived value is something that I'm not sure a lot of folks understand, and certainly indies don't. And the concept really is people want things that are going up in value because they think it's going to continue to go up, and people don't want things that go down in value because they assume the trend is going to continue. Look at a lot of your indies who have success. They tend to overprint into the success because they see free money, and they overprint. The cards get stagnant, and then the game dies. Obviously not the case here with Pokemon because it's so big. But you look at SV Base, Paldea Evolved, Obsidian, Paradox Rift. I mean, those sets were all dead money for almost a year on average across all four of them. You have 6 months of Temporal, and it really took Twilight to kind of kickstart things with where people started to go from I don't want these sets because they're garbage to well, there might be something here, so I'm going to start to buy them before everybody else does and before I miss out. So I want to talk to that as it relates to 151. So we have a massive amount of 151 product coming, and there were a bunch of booster bundle restocks and collection restocks over the holidays. But now we have the Blooming Waters thing coming to Costco, and there is going to be an absolute shit ton of it. And I'm here to tell you that it really doesn't matter. So the fact that there's a ton of it coming to market, and I think it's priced at like $375 a pack. It doesn't matter because if you look here, the price for 151 packs is $11 right now, and it is consistently continued to go up, and obviously a big spike here because people want the set. They value the set, and they've drawn a line in the sand with what they think the singles are worth. So no different than what we saw with the Sea and Skybox from Sam's with Crown Zenith. They tried to print to the ground, but you can't do it because when people perceive value, it doesn't matter how much you discount the pack. People's psychology tends to think that, well, the cheaper I buy the pack, the more money I get for myself because the value's there. So as we think about this reprint for 151, I don't think it's going to have much, if any, impact at all because even if people get hundreds or thousands of packs and they dump them on TCG Player, they're going to get eaten up so quickly because the streamers can't get them quick enough, and everybody's selling out of them, and it's kind of crazy. So moving on to Temporal and surging. So Temporal is a unique situation because the set came out, I believe it was March of 2024, and it was dead for a while. It came out, was it March? I guess it was February. I guess this year's set comes a little bit later. So this is basically dead until September. So I mean, you're talking 7 months of just dead money. And I remember in June, I think it was June, TCG Player had their Chaos Week sale or whatever, which is like 13% credit back. And I bought 10 cases on TCG Player. I think I paid $540 all in, which is right around distro price, if not a little bit lower, depending on the distro. But now that these are moving and the perceived value of these is basically MSRP, which is quite honestly what it is across the board. And I mean, you're going to have people come in and like this dude here, try to sell for 153, whatever. You see the boxes on Pokemon Center at 161. The general assumption is going to be that all these boxes are worth MSRP. So even if there's a ton of boxes that get dumped in the market for temporal forces, everybody's going to buy them and they're going to sit on them because nobody's going to sell those boxes. And hopefully they sell for 100 or 110. Like the last little restock we got was, but nobody's going to push them out. There were 900 boxes of Twilight Masquerade on over Cyber Weekend listed, and as soon as the sale was over, all those boxes came off the market, and the price of the boxes continued to go up because everybody's playing the game. Everybody's been through the cycle enough to know that in a bull market, you don't have to sell for a shitty price. And you just kind of let the market come to you. So even though there's going to be some product coming here, I think it's going to be a complete blip. And quite honestly, it's probably going to bring some attention to the set, which is much needed because it's actually a quite good set. And a lot of the singles have been pushing up over the last couple months. So move to surging. So surging, this is going to be even more entertaining because it looks like the boxes were at 245, 250 for a while. They're down to 235. Quite honestly, people just taking some profits. But the common psychology here is that these boxes are $200 to $250 all day long, and as time passes, they're going to be $300-400 boxes. And I don't think anybody would disagree with that, with the singles and the price of the singles in the set. So if there's a sizable restock / reprint, and in my view, it's probably a reprint here because all the stock's long gone. I'm not sure it's going to have any value whatsoever. Hopefully we can get them cheap at distro. But I'm guessing 150, 160, which is kind of the last pricing I've seen before everything disappeared, or they started to bundle a bunch of junk with it. We're going to have an opportunity to buy some boxes and make a couple bucks. And I'm guessing that if you can buy these at 180, that's a fantastic deal. But I'm guessing 210, 215 is going to be as low as they go. So, even if you bought at 250, stick around for 2 months and it's not going to have any impact whatsoever. So, it's just the place in the market we are. And again, you get back to the perceived value when, SV base got the big reprint. Everybody's like, what the hell is this for? Like, why are you dumping product that nobody wants? But now everybody wants a product and everybody's dying for a reprint, restock, whatever you want to call it. So it's going to get eaten up so much because there's so much appetite and hunger for the product. It's just going to disappear like crazy. So anyway, guys, have a good Saturday night. Subscribe, like, and join the Discord. Bye, guys.